so sweet, so fine. I believe you'll be mine. Stay mine. You'll be mine. You'll be mine. You're so sweet. You're so true. Oh, I will love you. Honey, I'll be your love. You'll be mine. You'll be mine. You'll be mine. Tell me, pretty baby, is you gonna try? If you say it, baby, hang on, baby, tell her day I died. That is true. I love you. I don't care what you do. Honey, I'll be your love. You'll be mine. You'll be mine. You'll be mine. Tell me, pretty baby, that you gonna try. If you say it, baby, hang on, baby, tell her day I died. It's true. Love you. I don't care what you do. Honey, I'll be your love. You'll be mine. You'll be mine. You'll be mine. Yeah.
Thank you. How about it for our friend the Bull on harmonica? Sam Clayton on vocals, everybody.
Recorded live in front of a studio audience here in Philadelphia, it's Little Feat and You'll Be Mine, originally recorded by the great Willie Dixon. It can be found on Little Feat's new album, Sam's Place, which is available now. It's the first record from the band in 12 years. Joining me is Bill Payne, Sam Clayton, Fred Tackett, Kenny Gradney, Scott Gerard, and Tony Leone of Little Feat. I am Kallao. This is World Cafe. Gentlemen, so nice to meet. Welcome back to the show.
A pleasure. Thank you.
Hey, how you doing?
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. It's excellent to have you here to talk about the new album, Sam's Place. Before we get into the particulars, I kind of want to know what draws you back into the studio. You could play live gigs as long as you wanted to, and people will come. But Bill, why was this the right time to make a new Little Feat album?
I think it's always good to expand your horizons, no matter how long and you've been doing it. In our case, 54 years. We've got a new record coming out next year, in fact. So we can play Dixie Chicken in any of these songs anytime we want, but let's expand and do what we love to do, which is provide new music as well.
Yeah. It sounds like this is an itch you wanted to scratch, the blues. Why in particular did you want to go in that direction?
Well, I tell you what, Sam Clayton is the real deal. I've worked with Willie Dixon, in fact, at Madison Square Garden quite a few years ago. John Lee Hooker, B.B. King, Otis Rush, Buddy Guy on records and whatnot. And I thought, man, Sam ought to be doing a record too.
Yeah. And Sam, you are front and center, even behind the percussion back there. I know this has been something that has been a long time coming for you, that you've wanted to sort of take lead vocals. Can you tell me about how it feels to play on this record, sort of being front and center?
It's really excellent, man. I really never think this would ever happen.
Why not?
Because I just wasn't a front person, and I'm like a group guy, man, you know.
So was it the band saying you got to do this, or did you say, like, how did the band come to the decision then that you're doing it?
Well, Billy just came up and said, well, maybe you do these blues tunes, so why don't we just do 2 or 3 songs and put them out as extended records or something like that. And it went so smooth in the studio, we had 9 or 10 tunes done before you know, and they said, man, this is an album. Let's go for it.
You're listening to World Cafe. We're talking with Little Feat. The new album is Sam's Place. It's available now. And in addition to the great covers, there is an original song that Sam wrote with Scott and Fred called Milkman. I want to spread the love around. Fred, how did the 3 of you come up with the track?
Well, we were doing all these other songs, and my partner and colleague, Scott Sherrard, says, hey, we need to write a song. So we were out there on the road, and he had a little groove. I came up with an idea of calling it the Trash Man. And Sam and his beautiful wife, Joni, said, no, man, we ain't the Trash Man. We're going to be the Milkman. We went, okay, whatever you say, brother. That's, how we write songs together. And, we just sat around the hotel room, played a little groove, wrote down Sam wrote the verses, and we started playing the song. Simple as that.
Beautiful. Well, we would love to hear it. It's Little Feat on World Cafe.
They call me the Milkman, making those early morning deliveries. When everyone is sleeping, I'm at your door ready to please. If it's loving that you want, baby, I'm all that you need. People ask me, why are you smiling all the time? Yeah, people ask me, why are you smiling all the time? Cause only she knows what's going on in my mind. You can call me at midnight or 2 a.m. Even 5 in the morning, I can still be your man. They call me the Milkman, making those early morning deliveries. If it's loving that you want, baby, I'm all that you need. call me at midnight or 2 a.m. Even 5 in the morning, I can still be your man. They call me the Milkman. Making those early morning deliveries. If it's loving that you want, maybe I'm all that you need. All that you need. That's right.
All right, we're going to do a great old Gold George song for you right here. By the rain, driven by the snow, drunk and dirty. Don't you know that I'm still Willin? Out on the road late at night, see my pretty Alice in every headlight. Alice, Dallas Alice. And I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari to Tehachapi to Tonopah, driven every kind of rig that's ever been made, driven the back roads so I wouldn't get away. And if you give me whites and wine, and you show me a sign, I'll be willing to be moving. on the piano. Tack it. Kicked by the wind, robbed by the sleet, had my head snowed in, but I'm still on my feet and I'm still willing. Smuggled some smoke, some folks from Mexico, baked by the sun. Every time I go to Mexico, I'm still, and I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari to have to beat it all apart, driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. I drilled down the back road so I wouldn't get away, and if you give me white sand wine and show me a sign, I'll be willing to be moving.
Recorded live on World Cafe. Hate to lose your love in its little feet. Recorded for 1988's Let It Roll. The band have a new album, and it's called Sam's Place. Little Feet are my guest. I am Kallao. This is World Cafe. The first time you were on World Cafe back in 1995, you played that Sans rhythm section. It was kind of cool to go back and listen to that performance, although I must say, hearing the full band performance is something else. You guys sound so good live. There are a few folks on stage who've been friends of Little Feat for a while, but Sam's Place marks their first time recording with the band as official members, talking about Scott Sherrard and Tony Leone. Tell me about the energy the band the new guys bring to the lineup.
Oh, they don't bring much energy, man. No, these cats are animals, man. They're another breed. They're just something else. They are something else. Rejuvenated everybody.
I want to throw it out to Tony. Tony, what's the experience been like for you?
Fantastic. You know, I think when you asked about the energy that Scott and I bring, I think I can speak for myself in that the energy you might be feeling is the inspiration that we're feeling. You know, we both have listened to Little Feat for a long time. I think I remember being about 12 or 13 years old the first time I heard Little Feat on the radio.
Turnabout is fair play here.
So, you know, being one of the bands that inspired me to play when I was just starting to get into playing with other musicians, you know, it's a cycle, you know, it's a cycle of inspiration. We're just bringing back what they gave to us to begin with, you know, and we feed off that when we're playing together on stage. I always say, like, I don't care if there's 2 people or 2,000 people in the audience.
Thank you.
I'm playing for Kenny Gradney, Bill Payne, Fred Tackett, Sam Clayton, Scott Sherrard, you know. And I get that back, and then hopefully that energy translates, you know. So that's what it's been like for me being in the band.
But Scott's father punished him. He put him in a room and made him play Little Feat. Then learn this stuff, and you learn to play it.
Is there any truth to this, Scott?
Actually, this is a good Philly story. So I have a few lost years in my bio where I lived in Newtown, Pennsylvania. And my dad used to work at Greater Media Cable here in Philly. And one of the first proper rock shows I ever saw was at the Mann Center. It was Little Feat. And we just played there last night. That was the first time I played there since I was at that concert, I think. I was 13 years old. So when Let It Roll came out, you know, I was raised in a house that was thoroughly infected with, I think, what Bonnie Raitt calls feet-itis. And, you know, there was some speculation in the house of a new Little Feat album. And then, of course, we heard the song we just played, Hate to Lose Your Lovin'. And it was like, oh, no, the cats are back. And then we went to the gig, and I was like, I want to be in this band, man. And then I spent, you know, until I met these guys, my whole life trying to put my own version of this band together. And eventually I just had to actually join Little Feat to be satisfied.
Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes.
You can't teach what these guys do, you know?
Yeah. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Paul Barrere, you know, longtime guitarist, vocalist who played such an integral role in the band for decades. What was it like stepping into that role?
Well, I don't wish it upon anybody. Paul Barrere is, you know, one of my favorite singer-songwriters in the whole pantheon. And obviously, Lil George is somebody who looms over this band and this chair in a very serious way. Lil was one of my biggest influences as not only a slide guitarist, but a singer-songwriter from when I was a child. But Paul, you know, he had so many incredible talents and so many skills that are just so singular. So all you can do is try to adapt the parts and bring whatever you can of yourself to the role. But I will say, and I've been sharing this a little bit lately, the first time I ever played with these guys, I was subbing for Paul, but also subbing for Larry Campbell. So I was, I guess, technically the second sub. And the day I subbed, before I met everyone except for Bill, I had never met anyone else, we found out that Paul had passed away that afternoon, right before I met them. And my first show was on the day of Paul passing away. So when we got to the end of that gig, it seemed like kind of a sort of a spiritual baton pass, I hope. But
Tough circumstances to play your first gig with the band in, but it sounds like an incredible story for you in meeting the band.
I got to meet Paul once. It was very brief at Jazz Fest, and I wish. I mean, the stories I hear from these guys. I wish I had gotten to know him, and I wish he was here, man. I mean, he just sounds like the most incredible cat as a person, and I'm not surprised by the quality of his work, that he was such a great human being. And these guys all have that quality too. I tell you, we have a lot of fun.
You're listening to World Cafe. We're talking with Little Feat. The new album is Sam's Place. It's available now. I want to jump back to the new record for just a second. Sam's Place, it's a title that works on two levels because Sam's singing, but it was also recorded at Sam Phillips' studio in Memphis, Tennessee. And you talk about a place that has some history. What was that experience like, going into a room like that to record this album?
Well, Scott Sherrard was the person that made sure we got there. It was his idea to record in Memphis. He knew Bomar down there, and it was not Sun Studios, but it was one of Sam Phillips' studios. From my point of view, I got a chance to play Jerry Lee Lewis's piano down there. I looked for scuff marks from his heels on the top part of the keyboard. And it was a little like George Washington slept here. I assume it was his piano, but it played itself. It was great. And thank you, Scott, for engineering that.
You're listening to World Cafe here with Little Feat. We've got one more track to get into, a performance of Dixie Chicken. You have been playing this song for more than 50 years. It still sounds dynamic. Anybody who saw the show in Philadelphia last night know it still moves, still has that beat. I am curious, what keeps the song sounding fresh?
To answer your question, because it's a really good question.
Really?
And I've told people in interviews before, I said, what do you do when you sing happy birthday to somebody? You sing it from the heart. That's what we do with this song. We play it and sing it from the heart.
Peace. Thank you.
Don't need any more questions from me. Let's hear it. It's Little Feat on World Cafe.
3, 4.
nights we spent together, and the way she called my name. If you'll be my Dixie chicken, I'll be your Tennessee lamb. We can walk together down in Dixie, yeah, land. Down in Dixie, yeah, land. Whoa, 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 since you ran away. I guess that guitar player sure complained. She always liked to sing along. She's always handy with a song. Then one night in the lobby here at the Commodore Hotel, I had a chance to meet a bartender who said he knew well. And as he me a drink, he began to hum a song. And all the boys there at the bar began to sing along. If you'll be my dear
They make it look easy, but I guarantee you it is not easy. Little Feat, everyone, here on World Cafe. Performance of Dixie Chicken. I want to thank the band, Bill, Scott, Kenny, Tony, Sam, Fred, and Michael O'Bew playing harmonica. The new album is Sam's Place. It's available now. Ladies and gentlemen, one more warm round of applause for Little Feat. We are back in a minute with more World Cafe.